everyone, welcome to the channel for new battle report. This is the fourth game of Bellum Lacum 9. We are facing Team Styl88, the team that won last year, so definitely a big challenge for us. And I was paired against the very nice guy Dario, who is the coach for Team Italy. He's very nice guy, very funny guy, so I was happy to play against him for the first time. And he's beast third. This is my list, you know it already. This was his list. He's playing character setup, BSB and a big mage to make a powerful magic face, especially in terms of buff. Then he has 3 big units in core, and I think that might be the key strengths of this beast third book is the amount of wounds that you can bring, and especially in core with the big units. So obviously he's going out of the minimal core, but those units are really good with the ban of the Wild Earth, so why not play 3 of them? Wild on, Mongrel, then 2 units of Mongrel Riders and Feral Hound as chaff, so he has 3 chaff to really open the game, which is not something that you see that often, because very often the Beastard player, they play on the amount of wounds they bring from core to absorb damage and then counter charge. But he is playing a 3 rollable leadership in his list, so that might be a little bit of a risk, and maybe that's why he play with the chaff. Then 2 units of Ambushing Longhorn, who also have Banner of Courage because their weakness might be Panic Check, so good choice. And then we have Gortak and the 2 Jabberwock to bring some chaos in the flanks. We play Skull of our Dreadstop on Bottleneck. My opponent playing a mass Beastard army with satellite unit and multiple chaff. Skull of our Dreadstop might be a bit complicated because he will have board control. I played enough against Beastard to know that the amount of wound, it's hard early on for me. But the time plays in my favor, and the range damage should help me then to claim back some of the board control, but he should have an advantage on the primary. Secondary, I have conserved the numbers, which is the easiest one, and he has Kill My Bastion on the Conjurer, which is not going to be easy for him. Path to victory, for me it's quite clear. Range damage, get the time to do enough range damage, and then activate a counter push to try to play for the primary. And for Beast Herd, board control, focus on the primary, and find potential opening in close combat. It's not that easy to engage Infernal Dwarves due to the Stubborn, but he might find some good combat at some point, and that might open the game towards a bigger win for him. Be the Defender is often good on Skull of our Dreadstop, depends on the map obviously. And generally speaking, I put the matchup as equal in our matrix. Deployment wise, I won the roll for side and I elected to be the Defender. One of the main reasons was obviously Bottleneck to push him all the way back, and me getting a big zone allows, because the contrary would have been quite harsh for me, him starting close to the middle of the map. So I'm able, basically, the key here aspect of the matchup is going to put a big distance between his unit and my unit. So my opponent obviously went for dropping for first turn. He put Jabberwock on each flank, Gortak next to them, the big unit of Wildhorn within the forest because he has the forest, so that allows him to win 1 turn of movement. Here we have the chaff, big unit of Wildhorn and big unit of Mongrel. So that's his deployment. I'm going to go with a type of close deployment. Like I said, I want to maximize that key distance between his unit and mine. And I want for him that the first unit that he reaches would be my Bastion. So I'm placing the Bastion in front of the closest unit. Then on the left I have Lugars to close the flank. They could face the Gortak obviously, pressed by the ranks could help. The Overlord is going also to be on the left to zone his monsters. Here I have my magic and the little Vassal Levies, second unit of Levies that's going to be annoyed by the cover obviously. It's going to be a factor in this game, but can still provide some helpful shots. Then we have here the Lugars, second unit of Lugars, and the Anointed that are going to close the flank. They can face the Jabberwock, so I thought it's a good idea to play them in the flank. Lamassu all the way in the back and my Rocket Battery in the middle. This unit is going to be deployed further down because my idea was really, you will see, to block the ambushes. Basically I want to block all the backline to avoid any ambushing unit, and also Totemic Summon for later on. So let's start. His turn 1. Yeah, I respect a little bit my Overlord. He doesn't want to push straight to potentially expose himself to a flank or something annoying, which could pin him down and allow me maybe to counter push too much, so he wants to respect a bit. I thought he could have potentially pushed a bit more and still stay in my front and provide counter charge. So he's losing a bit of time, I would say, on this unit of Wildhorn, but at the same time he wants this unit to support himself. So here push max, push the chaff forward, the Jabberwocky push also forward. So everything push hard. Magic Face, he gets Swarm of Insect on my Rocket Battery, but did nothing except the -1 to hit, and also getting a Predator Instinct on the Go attack. My turn 1. Like I said, I'm making my castle, so there is no way it can fit anything, being a Totemic Summon or also an ambushing unit in my backline, which was important. I'm getting Pyro Flow on Wild On, start to do 2 wounds. A fail, I think, the Fireball on the double 2 that you don't like. And Rocket Battery, yeah, I think he did a little mistake here, allowing me to get that shot. We're quite far away, so I think could have taken a position more to the flank, a bit further away than the 36, to then on the next turn go behind the Impassable, and then the turn after go 1 turn out into an interesting zone and threaten my War Machine. But he is going straight into my range, 4 shots, 4+ because of the -1, 4+, 3+, multi-wound 2, 1 shot of Jabberwocky, so it's straight punishment for this shooting, for allowing me to shoot basically. And then I'm getting some token, I think, in the middle unit. He's turn 2. I get first ambushing unit here on the flank, everything else is blocked. He pushes Jabberwock to the flank out of the charge range of the Lugars. Move a bit with the Go attack forward. His unit continue to push. They march at max speed. In the Magic Phase, he gets +2 charge on the Mongrel, which is going to be a big threat for me. And he also gets, with the Power Scroll, Predator Instinct on the middle unit. So the 2 units are really a threat, and I'm seeing his game plan could be trying to target that channel, because that's far away from the Bastion. I don't have very good counter charge, as you can see. Basically, I have more strength on the left part of the map, and this could be a weakness. And he's going to try to target that with 2 big units, and I'm a bit in trouble here, so I need to find a solution to slow him down. My turn. So, what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the Lamassu in a position that it's a bit tricky, hard to see also on picture, but basically, by charging the first unit, this unit would be crossing the front line of the first unit, so the second charge is not possible. Because if you recall from the rules, the only rule that you need to respect in a combined charge, or not the only one, but one of these that you need to respect in a combined charge, is the front of the unit. You cannot go through the front of the second unit. And I'm finding a position here where the Mongrel Raider can charge me in the front, obviously. This unit can charge me in the front, obviously. But not the unit of Mongrel. Meaning, that's kind of a double shaft. Because basically he can charge me. If he failed the big block, that's a bit tricky and risky for the little unit. And the Mongrel are going to be stuck. And the Mongrel cannot charge me. So I like this idea. The only downside is I have to leave him with a 6 in my back. I cannot do anything about that. So yeah, he's going to get a 6. The position was really up to the millimeter to get the perfect position, so I cannot go out of the 6. So it's a 6 Swift in my back. I don't like the 18% chance of him making it, but I'm thinking at the same time, if he does it, it's still creating kind of a traffic jam. I can charge that, overrun into the second unit, so I have maybe stuff to do. It's not that bad, could create some opportunities, so yeah, I'm thinking it's fine. On the left, I realized that it's bad to block my Lugars. I want them to push later on forward. I forgot to mention about the primary, but he got the field, he got the hill, I got this forest, and I got this one. So 2-2, we're playing for the center, and as you can see, he's right sitting on it with a lot of wood, so it's going to be hard for me. But I want my Lugar to go closer to the important zone, so they look forward basically to threaten this unit. If they push hard, threaten with flank and make my left flank solid, and also they can face easily the Gore attack. My Overlord is going to close the flank here for ambushing and Jabberwock, and if he charges the flank of the Lugar, I can counter charge with the Overlord, so that's fine. Magic Phase, I'm going to try to get Dragon Roar, which would have been the greatest spell to try to trim down the Mongrel and prepare for combat, but I don't get that one. I get a Pyro Flow to kill the dogs, so that's nice. Rocket Battery managed to do 2 wounds to the Gore attack. The bow shots do another wound, so it's a good start. And with other bow shots, I do 2 wounds on Mongrels, on Wild Dawn, and that's about it for my turn. His turn is going to charge me only in the back, but he's not going to make it, and to make it bad for him, basically chaff himself with the wall, with the Impassable, meaning he's going to be stuck for 2 turns. So that's nice, good news for me. Nothing charged Lamassu, so I'm going to be able to use him again. He uses his chaff to chaff my Lugars and my Anointed and push his unit forward. So you see, he push. This unit push as well. The Gore attack push also forward, and he repositions his Jabberwock. So he's getting into a nice battle line that can start to get openings to engage. Luckily for me, my Lamassu is still alive. The mage jumped in the bunker in the back, and the ambush didn't come up to the field. In the magic phase, I'm going to Dispel Totemic. He gets +2 charge and Predator Instinct on the same unit to threaten my Lugas, so it's still an issue because I'm really feeling the charge of Mongrels or Wildhorn into my Lugas would be too big of an issue. So I need to find solution here. I cannot allow this kind of charge. On my tree, I consider the charge of the Lamassu in the flank here, but I'm starting with charge and flank. I only have 4 attack strength 5, no impact, no stomp, and he has still 4 rank and a banner, so he's winning and I'm likely to not hold. So it's not a great trick, so I'm going to play safe here. So what I'm going to do, since the Longhorn are blocked on the right, I'm going to charge here with my Chalk Anointed. I'm going to use the Lamassu to chaff the Mongrel again, reposition my Lugar to make them far away here. I was able to move into the spot here. So that's nice. Those guys for the moment are blocked. Push the Bastion, so it's the moment to start a little bit with the Bastion. And basically I'm telling him, you can charge me now. I'm in a position where I have Lugar in the center, Lugar looking that way, Vassal Levies here, and Overlord. So I have plenty of counter charge set up. In terms of the magic phase, I get Dragon Roar on the Lamassu to target the Mongrel. They have a flaming token on them, so my aim here would be to do 2d6 before combat, 2d6 in the combat if I survive, and that would be a bit less Mongrel. And I'm thinking after that, there might be less of a threat, so we will see. Getting Fireball, 1 wound on the Gortak, who was also under a token, so only 2 wounds left. Unfortunately, I'm not going to finish the 2 wounds. The Rocket Battery do nothing on the Gortak this time. Bow shots do 1 wound, so he has 1 wound left. Bastion kill 5 Wildhorn. Dragon Roar I kill 5 Mongrel with the reroll to wound. Close combat I kill that and I turn around, and that's about it. His turn, and now he's at a moment where he needs to think, okay, he has no chaff anymore, accessible. So I need to think, do I want to engage or not? So basically the Mongrel are going to charge the Lamassu, that's straight. And then what else can he have? He can have potentially a triple charge into the Bastion. With also Gortak on 1. Yeah, I think he cannot fit 3. Now he can only fit 2 because I'm 100mm wide. So he can only fit 2 of those. And the key question he needs to ask himself, if he goes for that, can he break me? Most likely no. I have solid static, I have a 3 up and a parry. He has not a lot of AP. He can do some wounds, but I'm stubborn and there is still a stand and shoot. It's going to be a big problem for him. And if that doesn't work, it's a big loss. And at the moment, he's sitting on the token, so he's winning on the primary. He lost some points, but he's still sitting on the primary. So he's around something drawish. So he decided not to go for it and save his point and focus on the primary, basically. Which I think makes sense, because if you don't go into combat, you don't throw dice and you don't take the risk. Here, basically, it was really a type of all-in. If he goes in and doesn't break me, he has no way to chaff all the counter charge, and he gets counter charge everywhere, and he's going to break. That's a certitude. So that's what he did. Move a bit back, reposition here, charge and hit the Lamassu, turn around with the Gortak, go away. He still tried with to get into a nice spot here to threaten my flank. So nice. And here he moved towards the board edge to give me a 5 swift charge into his back. That's the best he could do. He couldn't go out, and that's about it. In the magic phase, he's going to get still no ambush coming up this turn, so he's going to come next turn. He gets +1 strength into the close combat. Basically, he's going to pop the banner, use the +1 strength, and we move from a unit that's strength 3 against resilience 5 to a unit that's going to get +1 strength, +1 to wound from Pressed by the Ranks. So he's going to wound me on 3 up from a unit strength 3 at the beginning. So quite powerful combos. And he's going to exactly kill me in close combat, exactly to the wound. So I'm a bit sad, because I really wanted to use Dragon Roar before that. Breast weapon is going to kill 5 archers on the left, and that's about it. My turn 4. I elected here not to charge and just move forward. To be honest, I'm not sure it was the right idea. I think I should have charged, and if I fail the 5 swift, I still move in the right direction, and I still can charge, because the way, maybe the way he reform, he could eat my unit after that. That's why, maybe that's why. Okay, so I just push forward to trap those guys. They cannot escape. I'm going to take them next turn. I activate the counter push, the Lugar push. Those guys march forward to be out of him. I place my Overlord forward here, and I have the Rocket Battery is going to target him. starting to push the Bastion, and here I still need to respect the Mongrels and Wild On, so I'm keeping the positions. In the magic phase, I'm going to get 5d3, kill 9 of the Wild On with the reroll to wound. I'm getting also a Fireball, I think, and I kill some more, and it's going to be huge because this turn he's going to fail his check on 8 rollable and be shaken. So he cannot move. He's shaken, so that's nice. I kill some Wild On, like 3 in the middle with the Bastion. And the bow shot kills some Mongrel, like 2. Rocket Battery, 1-shot the Jabber. 3+3+, multi-wound 2 is huge. And I still had also the shot Eye of the Bull from the Overlord to finish if needed. Wasn't needed, but yeah, I just killed straight Jabberwocky, which is good news. His turn, this time he ambushed to my flank to basically get me. He turned around in front of me. Move his unit a bit back. You see here all the guys I killed go away with his go attack. All good. So he gets his center. He's on the token. He's trying to eat that and to make it something close to a draw because I'm up on point, but he's up with the primary. I have the secondary. So he's going to try to be something close to a draw now. Magic phase, he failed the Totemic. I dispel Predator Instinct. And what's going to be huge for the primary is going to fail his Rally on 9 and flee. And with the flee move, he's out of the center, and we are turn 5. Meaning on his 6, he can only rally, but he cannot be in the center. So he has only 2 scoring units, close to the middle. And here I'm seeing an opportunity, obviously, for the primary. And that's about it. My turn 5. I charge on the right. I'm going to eat the unit. No, he's going to flee off the board, and I fail charge. All good. Here I push hard. With the Lugard, they march out of arc. They're going to get close. The Bastion march. The Overlord move forward. Those guys move forward. This doesn't move to shoot. This doesn't move because they can't really. And that's about it. In the magic phase, we get Fireball, kill 4 Mongrels. Rocket Battery, kill 3 Wild On. Some kills from the Bastion. I didn't write down, but I think only like 1. And the bow shot like 1. I didn't do that much. This turn with the Bastion was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, or maybe a bit more. I didn't recall, to be honest. I wrote that the bow shot didn't do much. That's for sure. Between the 2 units, I did only 1 wound, and that's about it. Yeah, his turn 6. He charged to my flank with the Longhorn. Turn around those guys. Yeah, you see how many I killed. There are still 3 ranks left. Yeah, I killed like 6, 7 total, probably. I turn around, move away, out of charge range. Those guys are going to rally, but they are still out. The Mongrels stay inside. The mage still here, and that's about it. In the magic phase, he gets. It's going to be a funny magic phase. He 4 dice Swarm of Insect against my War Machine. He gets a 666 on 4 dice. He's going to do nothing significant to my War Machine, but most importantly, it's a miscast against his unit. And with the hit, 8 hit, he's going to kill exactly 6, meaning he has no lookout, sir. I can target his mage, and there is a mischap because it's a big roll. So I Swarm of Insect his mage. 5d6 on 6 up against his mage. Wow, nothing. Okay, all good. After that, he roll again 4 dice, Predator Instinct on his big block. And I told him before, remember you have +1 on the miscast, be careful. 4 dice, boom, go. 3, miscast, again. I get another Swarm of Insect, so he kills further 3 guys on the bunker. I get another Swarm of Insect on these guys, and I do 1 wound, so he got 2 Swarm of Insects on himself, and he suffers only a wound. That's crazy. That is crazy. The Wild Dawn in exchange, they got Predator Instinct, which is nice, and that's how it ended up. So it was crazy. It was crazy. Very funny. The close combat, I don't know what happened here on the right. He has 10 attacked. He passes his primal, so he's on 4+ rollable, 4+. He only does 2 wounds. I go back, 4 attack, plus a stomp. I manage to do 3 wounds. It's a check on a 7, and I make the check, and I make the reform. So wow, crazy combat. Crazy combat. My last turn, I cannot charge the unit that rallied, obviously, because I would be out of the primary, so I just push. And I'm going to try to panic him, because he has a BSB. If I kill his mage, he has no leadership. So maybe I can try to panic one of those and get them out of the primary, and that would be crazy, obviously. I will put all my magic shooting, so first the magic will kill the magician, a Pyroflow is dead, and then I put the rest of the shooting into this unit to panic him. which was a mistake. Should have put that on the mongrel. I felt there are more bodies, but they are more likely to panic because they have lower leadership, first of all, and they don't have predator instinct. So it was a bad decision for me. I remember him making a low roll, so no matter what, he would have stick, and that wouldn't have been a problem, but still. And this combat, yeah, I'm going to crush the long round, so impressive from Anointed here, and that's how we ended up the game. Ended up being a 16-4. It only took the Lamasu from me. I took a lot of points. I have the draw on the primary, and I win the secondary, making it a 16-4, which was unexpected from the start, definitely. Post-game analysis. Yeah, I think deploying deep was the right decision to delay engagement, definitely. Beaster didn't manage to engage in good terms. The time they took to move forward, he was then in such a position at the moment where he could charge. The charge was not so sexy, he had no chaff left, and basically it was way too risky to go for it. So that's why then he tried to focus on the primary. Was obviously unlucky to panic, and after that, despite the rally, was still out of the primary, and that was obviously huge. Chaff management was key for me. Yeah, I found some good solution here. Totemic was a big threat all game long, obviously. Anointed surprised a lot. Obviously, the long round should have taken me, so that's also worth a good amount of points. And we have the final moment of tension with the panic check. Like I said, should have targeted the less unit. I remember he rolled low and didn't have to reroll, so that didn't matter at the end. But still, it would have made more sense to target the mongrel. And yeah, overall I faced with this list. I'm not having Master Pyro. I'm not having any Nafta Thrower. It's a bit too risky for me. It was risky for me to face this list. I don't have so many tools to reduce his big unit in comparison to the list I played last year. And I felt it was more dangerous than what I thought at the beginning. Okay, but we're going to end up winning the round because my other teammate Shizu makes an amazing match on the negative matchup against Mazda Mundi, wins 15, and then on the two other matches we got something really close to a draw, 8 and 9, and basically all of that put together makes us win with 48-32 against Team Piloli. So yeah, amazing result. We didn't expect that. Thanks Piloli for the games, obviously, and especially Dario, who is always a funny and nice guy. I'm going to follow up with game 5 because not much happened, as you can see. We get, maybe to give some context, after game 4 we have a little bit of advantage over the team below us, and we have a very neutral type of primary. We are playing Trophies of War and Secure Target on deployment that allow us to minimize and make it drawish, and basically the game plan is, yeah, we're going to play safe and play on disadvantage and force them to take the risk. So I'm getting into a matchup that I felt was slightly positive. Again, more rating from last year with no Master Pyro, no Nafta. It's not as good as it was last year, definitely. So I think it's more drawish than really positive. I went into a setup where he won as defender, picked the top side, and me, we are on Dawn Assault, by the way, and Trophies of War. And me, basically, I told him, I drop everything and I'm going to play second. Basically, my thought process is, if he wants into any kind of risky game, it's always better to finish second. If he wants to go in non-game, I could push hard and maybe get some late opportunities, so that could be also dangerous for him. So I'm going to offer him some danger and no good way to really attack my line. So I drop with Bastion here, the Overlord here, all the Lugars here that can push, Levies, Anointed, Rocket here, Lamasu, and the other guys with the magic. And he's going to deploy far away from me. We're going to play 2 turns. And basically he does some damage. I turn around, hide the unit. I can push a bit, but also not that much. I'm not doing much from distance. He's not doing much from distance. And after that we close the game at 11-9 for me, because I had the automatic win conserve the number. So yeah, I won that 11 based on the D6 basically for the defender here. But this round didn't end up good. We are going to get battered by Spice Girls. I think first of all, myself, I was pretty happy of the pairing we got until now. I think they made sense. I think this one I went wrong with the pairing, to be honest. We decided to throw the Infernal Dwarves because we thought, okay, we want to protect the Demon Legion based on the Matrix, so we are going to throw him. And after that we think a little bit, okay, the good combination would be with Infernal Dwarves. Which scenario is better for which one? And then we thought, okay, let's throw Infernal Dwarves on Trophies and Demon play on Secure, that makes more sense. But by doing that, it allowed them to throw the Red Elf and us not having the double response, which I think would have been better. So I think here definitely the right pairing was to throw the DL, see what they do. and keep in hand what we wanted. And if they throw like they did the Dread Elf, we can throw Infernal Dwarf Vampire, which we felt was rather positive, but I don't know. We will see. It's the new type of Dread Elf. They have a lot of resources, but we felt overall not so good for Dread Elf because we have range damage, lot of wounds. So that could be better for us. We ended up doing otherwise. Didn't work as well as we thought. Also the UD was maybe slightly worse than we thought. The SA was close to a draw, but still a small defeat for Vampire, and then ended up costing more point towards the end, which he deserved more, something like 8-9 rather than a 6. Gaspacho went into a very risky game plan in a negative matchup. He thought I can try something that didn't work out, so we getting up, taking 3 losses and a small win, and that's not enough. We are close to a cap and we got capped, but luckily for me that was still enough to stay second. And it was quite funny because the Spice Girl beat us, Piloli beat the Spice Girl, we beat Piloli. So all teams on the podium beat somebody else, so that was quite funny. But yeah, congrats to them for winning the tournament, well deserved. Very good performance in the final game, and happy for them. Guys, that's all for this battle report, these 2 battle reports. I hope you like them. Talk to you soon on the channel. I have further battle reports coming up. Take care, goodbye.